So this video is going to be kind of all over the place. So I apologize that there's no direct format. There's no script, quote unquote. But this is just off the top of my head. Wrote some bullet points down to follow. But other than that, this is an update video on everything that's going on with me this year. I'd appreciate it if you did watch all the way through the end of this video. It would mean a lot to me, and you'd miss some key information if you just skipped it or left now or whatever. I mean, it's your choice, but I'd rather just you guys stick around through the whole video just to get a clear context of what's going on. So I have a lot of big plans for this year, at least in my head I do. And I wanted to go over just a few of those things right now to get a clearer picture to you guys on what exactly I'm planning to do. So one of those things, and I might as well just get it off of my plate right now, is the big project, or at least one of the big projects. The big project, Path of the Empress, Never Fade Away. It is the finale. If you've been watching my content for a very long time and you know the name Akira Yukimura, then you know what this is. For those that don't know, or probably are like, who in the world is that? One, I have a playlist on my channel called Path of the Empress. You can go and watch every bit of things that I have done and me and my friend have done to tell this story for the last 3.5, 4 years now. But it ends soon. In the next few months, I'm hoping. Production, I'm planning to get underway soon, scripting and all that. I'm planning to get voice actors and voice actresses to help with this project. I already have a few on board. But other than that, this is going to be a very big project. Probably one of the biggest I've ever done in terms of scripting something and putting things together. It's going to be a very big deal for me, a very big deal for my friend. But more specifically, a very big deal for me because this is a story that I've been very passionate about, something that I've been very nervous about at times, but it is all coming to an end with this one project, and that's I'm targeting an April date, but as you'll see with the trailer, when that comes out, there is no release date. Now, as for that project specifically, if you've been following me on Twitter, I've posted a few wallpapers, screenshots, previews, whatever you want to call it. That will no longer be happening. I will no longer be tweeting out any previews or anything like that on the series that's any significance. You may see a few little shill posts here and there, but it won't be anything substantial because all of it's going to go to my Patreon page. The Patreon is once again going to get an overhaul, and anyone who subs more than $1, who donates more than $1 to the Patreon page, will help out with that and get previews and behind the scenes stuff and things like that I'm going to be working on all through February. So that's going to be very cool. And my Patreon is going to become very important because I am moving soon to a new apartment and I need to start saving money for the move. So any little bit that will help out towards that will be important. And that's why I have a Patreon and a Ko-fi page, or a coffee page, however you want to pronounce it. Any one of those will help out a lot with the future. Because when I move into a new space, I can get started to decide whether I'm going to get a camera for streams, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But the Patreon page is going to be up. It's already up now, but I'm going to be updating the tiers and everything for that very soon. Speaking of updating, I have been hinting at a Discord server for the longest time. And I have one that I have made, but it's not completely done yet. And when it is done, I will be launching that Discord page so that way you guys can have more of a ways to chat about my content and all that stuff. So I know that's kind of the future of where things go, especially with Twitter not being the most stable place in the world anymore, as if it ever was. So the Discord server is going to be up pretty soon. So look forward to that this year as well. And it's not even going to be later in the year. It's going to be pretty quick rollout, probably around April or May, maybe. I'll let you know. Speaking of my streams, I have not Twitch streamed in a very long time, and I've been kind of debating on whether I want to continue streaming on Twitch or start streaming my stuff on YouTube. I think I'm going to do a mix of both. I know the last time I talked about Twitch streaming, I was talking about doing a Cyberpunk playthrough, and because I do like the game. If I do that and I'm still thinking about doing it, it's just going to have to work around my work schedule because I'm starting work again, and it's going to be around my other projects I'm doing. So I don't know if I will have time for streaming every other day or however it may be. But I will let you know about that very soon. But please follow me on Twitch. I will be back over there very soon. If I'm not streaming every other day, like 3 days a week, it'll probably be 2 days a week for like a few hours a day, streaming Saints Row, streaming Cyberpunk, streaming whatever I feel like playing. So that's going to happen probably after the move, because I want to make sure that I'm stable in a stable place before doing any of that. I want to start to try and work out getting a VTuber model because I'm kind of camera shy and I don't like showing my face. But it's in the works. It's in the plans. I'll let you know what's going on. And I'm also into Horizon 2. I'm almost done with the first game. I know I'm a lot late, but that might be an option too. I don't know. I'm still thinking about what I'm gonna do when I go back to Twitch. Because when I go back to Twitch, I don't want to just do it for a day and then not do it for 6 months. I want to actually have. I want to be consistent. So, and I might go back. I might go back and see if I can try to find my old games that I had used to have on PlayStation 2. See if I can get an emulator to play that on PC or something and play those, because I miss those old games. I miss Burnout 3. I miss there's a Loop on the Third game I had uploaded on my other channel, my old channel. I missed that game. I never finished it. So there's a lot I'm thinking about doing, but I will let you know what that is soon. But now I want to talk about the second project that I want to do this year after the Path of the Empress is over. And this is going to be probably summer when I want to start doing this, but it's going to coincide with hopefully the Steam release of this game. And this is going to be something that I've been trying to get off the ground for many, many years now, and I really want to do it. At least one video with this. It is, as you see on the screen, Saints Row Abridged. Now, it was called Scarlet Row Abridged, but now it's going to be called Saints Row Abridged. This is going to be a big project as well, because it depends on how the Saints Row Steam release goes, how mod support for the game goes, what we can do, what I can get, and if it's extensive enough, if it's expansive enough. There's a whole lot of cool things that I may be able to do when it comes to this project, but I really do have high hopes for it this time, and I want to make sure that I get it right. I want to get a team together to help me out with it. So it's going to be really, really cool. and I really hope you guys are looking forward to it when it does happen. But that's for later in the year. Right now, I want to just focus on the present. And for the ones that know me for my hobbies, which is mostly the wrestling related stuff, none of that's changing. Might slow down a little bit more, but it's not changing. Still going to be doing it as long as I'm having fun with it. Still going to be finishing my friend Eddie Mac's last show. That's happening this year. So none of that's changing. So if you're a fan of the wrestling content, if you're a fan of what you probably saw me doing in this channel to begin with, that is not changing. But I would like to say that I hope you guys can support my other content as well, as I'm branching out away from the, not completely stopping it, but just branching away from just all wrestling related stuff. Like I want to show that I can do more, than I'm more of a versatile guy than just look at the wrestling guy, you know. And that's nothing. This is nothing to slouch at. Like, I know that. I mean, I watch a bunch of wrestling YouTubers, but I don't want to just do wrestling all the time. I want to branch out and show that I can do more than that. And I hope that this year I can finally be in a place a stable place mentally, a stable place physically, a stable place financially, that I've not been in a very long time, to be able to do that and to support myself and my family and my dreams that I want to pursue. Because I got a lot of ones that I want to do. Like I want to start training, or at least get the classes to be a voice actor, or at least try it out. I want to be able to start my podcast, the Flowcast, again, because I really was having fun doing that. And then things happened. I couldn't support the site that I was uploading it to, and I still have the episodes, but I'm pretty sure that they're not up on the site anymore. And if they are on the site, that's great. But I just couldn't. I couldn't be in a financial position to do that. And I know a lot of people say don't get into this game because you're trying to make money. You do it because you're having fun. And I've been doing this thing for 10 years now almost. So I've been doing this a very long time, and I didn't get into it to make money. But I also won't lie and say that being a full-time content creator isn't one of my goals, because it is. I want to be a full-time content creator because it's my passion. It's what I love to do. I love using video games to tell great stories, because I'm always done that. I've always, since 8th grade, been a storyteller, not like a liar in person. I'm talking about like telling stories with characters that you can engage yourself with. And if anybody has seen my DCA content for the last decade, you know that is what I love to do. You don't have to have me say it, or you don't have to hear me say it repeatedly. You can just see it. And I want, again, like I said, I want to branch out. I want to do more than just using WWE 19 or 2K22 or 2K23 or whatever other wrestling game to tell stories. Like what I'm doing with Path of the Empress is so different, because it's not necessarily about the wrestling. It's about the personal relationships. It's about the characters. It's about taking you on this journey. And that's what I really want to hone in on with this project. And that's why it's so important to me, because it really is. Akira is one of, if not the most important character I've ever made in this decade of doing this hobby. I've put the most time into her character. I've put the most time into her stories. I put the most time into who she is. And I want this to go the way that I've always imagined it going. And I couldn't thank my friends enough for helping me along that journey, because without them, this wouldn't be anywhere close to where it is now. So those are all the plans I have for this year. I may have more, but those are just the bullet points. Those are just the main few that I have on my plate right now. Right now, my focus is on my move. Once I get the full information, even though I know how much the price is going to be on the rent, I already know how much all that stuff's going to be, blah, blah, blah. D-Wall, we don't need to hear you talking about that. I know. But seriously though, once I get everything together, I'm probably going to start a Ko-fi page specifically for that, like a donation page that's going to be separate from Patreon. So if you want to just do a one-time thing to help with that, to help with the expenses that I'll need to move, it's going to be on that side. But if you want like more long-term stuff, then you can go to Patreon and do it there. I think that's the best way forward for everybody. So I don't have to make people choose. Like, people can choose what they want to do to support me. Whether it's just liking a video, commenting on a video, is something like that, sharing a video with your friends, or whether you have, whether you can do it financially. You don't have to. I'm not going to force you to. I'll never force you to, but there's various options you can choose from. I believe super chats may be open in my YouTube streams now. The join feature may be in my YouTube now, and I'm thinking about that as an option. The thing is, I'm going to have, just to make this simple, because I know you're probably confused, I'm going to have several different options on how you can support the channel, just the channel in general. Everything on the channel to support that, whether it's YouTube or Twitch. But the Ko-fi page is solely just to help with expenses for my move. So look forward to that. Keep an eye on my Twitter. My social media stuff's all below. Keep an eye on that, because that's going to be coming up very soon. Because with everything going on, I'll probably need the help, and you guys have always had my back when I needed it. So to recap, Path of the Empress Never Fade Away coming soon. And probably in the next few months, I'd say 2 to 3 months at a rough estimate. Saints Row Abridged happening later this year. My Twitch stream's coming back in about a month or two, if I don't stream before then. Ko-fi page for my move to a new apartment coming soon. Discord server coming soon. DCA is not going anywhere. Last lap, I don't care who you are that doesn't like it or thinks it's some kind of whatever bullshit you think it is, still happening. CCL was ending the way Eddie wanted it to. Deal with it. And I have a lot more planned that I want to do, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, because if I start saying them, then they're not going to happen. So I want to just go one step at a time with all of this. But again, and I've said this so many times before, none of this would be happening if it wasn't for all of you. Every single person that's watching this now, every single person that's going to share this, it wouldn't be happening without you guys. So thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for all your love the last decade, through all the mistakes I've made, all the stuff that I've done, the things that I've done right and wrong, the things that I could have done better, that I should have done better. You've still stuck with me and kept me going, because if you guys didn't support me, if you guys didn't like what I do, at least to some degree, then I wouldn't be doing this. I really mean that. I would not be doing this anymore. I would have lost hope in it a long time ago. I would have lost interest a long time ago. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. And with that said, I will take my leave now. I will let you guys know what's going on social media, and I'll talk to you guys later.